Hey boos, welcome back to my channel, Just Des TV. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Every subscription is greatly appreciated. Join my family so we can have a good time over here. This episode is episode 6 of The Mint. And baby, are you guys ready? This episode was great. Nothing but action. I was like, ooh, oh my gosh. I was so excited. I was like a kid in a candy store. I swear to you, I was. This episode was good. So if you want to hear more, stay tuned. Let's go. So this episode starts off with the girls. They in the kitchen. And Dom is talking to them about going to a hosting because she has something special planned for them. She sent some of the girls on an errand to do some other stuff, and then she was in the house with some of the other girls just chopping it up, right? So she told them that she wants them to be super fly for this hosting because it's like really special, and she wants them to go all out, like bring out your good stuff, doll it up, bring out your good stuff, make sure you're looking your best. I mean, I think they all supposed to always, when you go out and you do these hostings and you do these shows, and not like outside of the club, I feel like you should always put your best foot forward. You should always come with your A game. But some people need to be told, and it's all right. It happens. Some people need to be told, but I feel like that's where you should be at all times when you're outside of the club, on your A game. But it is what it is. So Tenakey and Wes is still arguing because they explained it to Dom what had happened the night before, after the pole dancing. They still arguing about that situation, and I'm just like, let it go, let it go, let it go. I can't sing, but I'm just saying, you're one with the wind and storm. Let it go, let it go. Let it go. It's really not that serious. Y'all was literally arguing for nothing. So then they continue to tell Dom what happened, and Tenakey says she got a 13-year-old child. She got other things to worry about. Wes is the least of her problems. So then she starts telling Wes, like, girl, you ain't even got no kids, yada yada yada. And Wes is like, what that have to do with anything? Where is your kid? Then it turned into a whole nother argument. You talking about my kid? Blah, blah, blah. I really, I know I'm gonna get a lot of slack for this, but I mean, it is what it is. I don't really care. I really want people to understand what happens when you say somebody is talking about your child. I really do. I really want people to say that I really want people to understand that for her to say that, where is your kid? That's not talking about your kid. And Dom kept stressing it, and I kept disagreeing. She didn't talk about that girl's kid. All she said was, where is your kid? That is it. That is not offensive. And it's not talking about your kid. But you want to talk about what was offensive? I found it very offensive for her to say, you don't even have no kids. I thought that was offensive too. And nobody even blinked or batted an eye when she said that. That girl could have infertility issues, but nobody didn't consider that. She could have had many problems, and she can't have kids, but nobody didn't consider that. So I feel like that was offensive as well. But for her to say, where is your child? It's a question. Unless you have malicious intent behind it, because her child is unalived, or got kidnapped, or is not with like somebody else has custody of her child that she knows about, that like she knows that information. I don't feel like that was offensive. But people are taking it that, oh, they talking about your kid, they talking about your child, and running with it. And I just feel like it's a case by case. It's a case by case. I mean, but y'all feel how y'all want to feel. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to feel how I want to feel. Because I have children. So there's no way that you going to say anything about my kid. But I know when you talk about my kid. And if somebody would have said to me, but you don't have your child, I wouldn't have took that offensive whether I got my child or not. I wouldn't have took that offensive. That's not offensive. I mean, but people, I might have thicker skin than other people. I don't know what to tell y'all. I might have thicker skin. I mean, it is what it is. But I don't think that's offensive. But I did find it offensive when she said, you don't even have any kids. Who knows? Maybe she could have been trying and she can't. So, devil's advocate a little bit. Perspective, much. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Just saying. Anyway, so they get to arguing. Because she's like, she talking about my child, and you don't talk about no woman's child, and you don't da-da-da-da-da. And she gets in her face, and Wes was like, don't get in my face. So Tenakey gets in her face, and she says, say it again. Say it again. So instead of Wes saying it again, she punched in her face. And she only had one hand. And she got a broke finger. And she tore Tenakey up. As she should. She should have whipped her tail up and down that house more than once. She should have whipped her tail. She got exactly what she was asking for. Because she should have never, she had told her several times to stop coming in her face. But yet she still keep coming in her face. And then she still keep putting her hands on her face. Yeah, you deserved it. I don't care what nobody say. Tenakey deserved to get whooped. And she did. Good for her. I'm glad Wes whipped her. And I don't care. I really don't care. So they start fighting. And Wes was punching her all in her face with her broke hand. She was fighting her with her broke hand. And then she had one hand and had and was boop, 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 up and down all over the place. That girl face was red and ragtag. She was, I said, that's what you get. That's what you get. She whipped her tail. She whipped her tail with a broke finger and one hand. Tenakey bit her. That's how you know she was losing. Because she was like, oh my gosh, I got to pull out all the stops. She bit her. She bit her. I mean, it's no rules in a fight. Because I will bite you too. I mean, if your leg is on me and I can't get up properly, I'm going to bite you too. I mean, it is what it is. I even tell my kids to bite if they get into a fight. So, Tenakey gets up because the security break up the fight. Tenakey gets up and she's like, you snuck me. That girl did not sneak you. She didn't sneak you. You just didn't expect to get your butt whipped like that with one hand. That's all. She ain't sneak you. That girl was directly in your face. In your face. And because she didn't say it again, you feel like she snuck you? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. She didn't sneak you. She just beat your ass. And you deserved it. You deserved it. She did. She didn't sneak you. So I wish you stopped telling people that. She did not sneak you. We'll find out what a sneak is later on in this review. We'll find out what a sneak is. I'm going to show you what a sneak is later on in this review. So she rips off Wes' wig, but she rips Wes' wig like down the middle. And Wes is like, I paid $500 for this, and she ripped it off. I want to fight some more. I want to fight some more. I want to fight some more. But I just want to say, mental health is a thing, and people need to pay more attention to people's mental health. But I'll explain that to you later. So Tenakey and Dom go back in Tenakey's room, and they get into it a little bit because Tenakey is telling Dom, like, you must have said something to her because nobody didn't know that I didn't have my son. And Dom got pissed off because she's like, I'm not that kind of girl. You're not going to put that on me. You said something to somebody in this house. You telling your business. You getting buddy friendly with these girls in this house. And you're telling your business. I never said any of that. So Dom was like, don't even play with me like that because I'm not like that. Which she probably is running her mouth because she seemed like the type. And then later on, YSL says it in a video like, oh, they didn't really get a chance to know her. She's a sweetheart, but she is messy. That right there said it all. Thanks, YSL. You just proved that point. So she, she got mad and she was a little pissed off, Dom. And then they go about their business. But, I agree with Dom's message to stop. Like, you could be cordial with these people in the house, you could be friendly with these people in the house, but don't tell these people your business because you don't know them. And then a lot of the times people just want to know your business so they can use it as ammunition. And we tend to just overlook it because people are trying to be nice. But people, you have to be able to have great discernment when it comes to situations like this. So you have to know who's for you and know who's against. Like, not even, but you know how you have to be able to differentiate people and place them in the right categories. And a lot of the times in these situations, these girls are not trying to be your friend. Like, you never really walk away with a friend in a situation like this. But that's what Dom was saying. And I agree with the message. Like, you can't be telling people your business. You don't even know them. And you're only there for a week. Why would you even do that? Whatever. So, in my opinion, the reason why I say that mental health is an issue and we need to pay attention to mental health, because after the fight, Wes literally, she had such a breakdown in that room, and she went through several emotional expressions in that room. She went from sad to happy to crying to happy to disengaged. She went through so many emotions in that short period of time in that room that made me question her mental stability, allegedly. I don't know. I'm just saying. From what it seems like to me, in my eyes, it seemed like she has mental issues, allegedly. I'm not sure. She was sitting there, she was crying like a 5-year-old kid. She broke my chain. I want to fight. I want to fight. She ripped my wig. I want to fight. Man, this is crazy. She went through so many emotions. I was just like, what's happening here? I was staring at the TV and I was so confused because I did not understand what was happening here, literally watching a mental breakdown right before my eyes. And nobody had the wherewithal to say to her, are you okay? Yikes. Yikes. And I hadn't told y'all from the last review that I did that we gonna place her in a special category, and I knew it from then. But to see it play out, I was just like, wow. Somebody needs to rewatch that footage and check on her and make sure she all right. Because I had picked it up a while ago. So somebody needs to see it. And the chain was $20. Talking about she needs to pay her back her $20 for her chain. I said, girl, this is terrible. This is terrible. So then we cut to a scene after that, and we find out that Tenakey attacks Wes while she was sleeping on the sofa. So she apparently was downstairs in her living room on the sofa watching TV, and she ended up falling asleep. And Tenakey chose to use that opportunity to fight her. Now that's a sneak. Because that girl was sleeping. And that kind of pissed me off. I was pissed off because you don't do that. And her excuse was she was talking about her kid and you don't use the egg. You don't do that. I don't know. I didn't like it. And that kind of like changed my opinion for the rest of the episode. And it kind of removed my compassion or my empathy for the rest of the episode. And that girl was clearly sleeping, because while she was standing up explaining to security and to the camera crew and to Dime, she was still processing and still wake. Like, you know how when you first wake up, like if you startled out your sleep and you gotta catch yourself and you just like in a tizzy. That's how that girl was. She was in a tizzy. So you know she was asleep. So Wes was like, I want to fight again. And she apologized. She apologized to Tenakey for talking about her child. She said she's not going to do it again. She said she already explained to Dom that she's not going to do it again, but she's talking about her child. And then Dom was in the confessions like, I didn't say sneaking was off the hook, but you say, if you say anything about my child, I'm liable to do anything. But she didn't talk about that girl kid, in my opinion. She didn't talk about that girl child. So now what? I don't like the fact that Dom let it slide. I don't like the fact that Dom let it slide. Let it slide the fact that she snuck her while she was sleeping. I don't like it. I don't like it. So then, Wes want to fight her again because she feel violated, as she should, because she did violate you. So Tenakey's up in her room talking to other people. I think she was talking to YSL, and somebody else. I think Don had went up there. I'm not sure. But I know she was talking to YSL, and she was telling YSL how she talked about her kid, and YSL gonna say, yeah, I feel like you got your lick back because she snuck you earlier, or she said something about your kid earlier. But y'all, she did not. She did not. She didn't. And I don't feel like that was fair. So Tenakey comes up, not Tenakey, Wes comes upstairs, and Tenakey's like, don't come in my room, don't come in my room. And Wes was like, I wanna fight. I wanna fight again. I wanna fight again. Girl. Tenakey came to that door, thought she was gonna kick her. Wes grabbed her foot and socked her at the same time. You know what I thought about? I said, where is Scotty? I said, Scotty, better be watching this right now. I said, Scotty need to be watching this right now and take tips. She need to have a notebook and her pad and be like, right, grab the leg, sweep the feet, swing the arms, punch in the face. Notes, Scotty, notes. This is how you deal with somebody who's bigger than you. Exactly how she did. She grabbed her leg when she kicked her foot and punched her at the same time and then pounced on her butt. She whipped her again in her room. Beat her tail with one arm. Again. And a broke finger. Beat her tail. Beat her tail. And she deserved it. She deserved it. She better than me. Wes is better than me. Excuse me. Wes is better than me. And the reason why I say Wes is better than me because, for one, I'm a little bit pissed off that Wes felt comfortable enough to fall asleep on a sofa. That was a no-no. Especially if you got beef with somebody in your house, go in your room and go to sleep. The reason why I say that Wes is better than me is because if I'm sleeping and you sneak me, you're going to have to leave that house. You're going to have to leave that house. You know why? Because I'm going to try to really hurt you and try to put you in a hospital because I feel like that's what you was trying to do to me with my sleep because I was defenseless. So the security guards would have really had to either put me out or put you out. They would have had to put one of us out because I wouldn't have stopped. I really wouldn't have stopped. That right there rubbed me the wrong way, like on so many levels. I was so angry watching that episode to find out that she snuck her while she was sleeping. That made me so angry on so many levels. Just thinking about it, they would have had to cut the show. They would have had to cut the show. But anyway, she got her back. She beat her tail in her room. So then they go downstairs. Wes go downstairs, and Tenakey comes downstairs behind her. Now she's throwing stuff. She's throwing remotes. She's throwing pots and pans. She's calling her all names in the book. Like, just, it's too late. She already beat you up, and she's gonna beat you up again. If you charge at her, she's gonna beat you up again. This girl been getting beat up since the beginning. It's 6 episodes in, and she's still getting beat up. Damn near every episode. Girl, shut your face. Shut your face. Shut your face. At this point, it's a disgrace. And if I was your 13-year-old, I would be embarrassed because I'm sure kids in the school probably coming up to him or her like, your mom on TV, she pooped herself on TV and she getting beat up left and right. Embarrassing, girl, embarrassing. You're an embarrassment. Yeah. So Wes was cracking up, and she had me crack up because she kept calling her a dirty, shitty ass bitch. Yeah. I was cracking up. Let me tell you something. If she was using the excuse that she was talking about her kid, if that was me and she snuck me while I was sleeping, let me tell you something. I'd have drug her kid and her through the mud. And I'm just being honest. Now I'm going to give you something to really feel like I'm talking about your kid, because I felt like she wasn't. But if it was me, I'm just saying, if it was me, I would have called her kid every name under the sun. Every name under the sun. Because I would have felt really violated. So I would have drugged both of them through the mud. And then gave her a real reason. Like, now I'm really talking about your kid. That's how it works. So Wes is better than me. She is. Yeah, so I don't like the fact that Dom had gave Tenakey a pass. And I think she did it because they cool. So she gave her a pass for sneaking her while she was asleep. But I think that was whack. I think it was whack. So all the girls who were out running errands earlier get wind that she snuck her while she was asleep, that Tenakey snuck Wes while she was asleep, and they made an agreement that they're going to put on these little ski masks and black clothing and throw her out the house. I was like, I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. Yep, I want to see it. So they cut to the scene, show the girls get their masks ready. They getting ready to talk and crap at the camera. It was mad funny. It was cute. It was funny. And then they go in. They're like, all right, let's go. They put the ski mask on. They bust in her room and starts picking up all her clothes and all her suitcases and stuff and throwing them over the banister, throwing them out, talking about, you out of the house, you out of the mint, you off the mint, you out of the mint. We cut to the bed scene. Little Ferrari jumps on her and starts pounding her, punching her. I said, look at this little one right here. I didn't even think she was about that life, but she is handling her big butt. This girl didn't even know what to do. She didn't know she was coming and going. But Ferrari was pounding on her like nonstop for a good 5 minutes. Beating her. Drug her off the bed, was beating. Child, Ferrari was dealing with her. I said, ooh, go ahead, Ferrari. She was dealing with her. I said, child, get her. Get her. I wasn't mad at all because I felt like she snuck that girl while she was asleep. Now you got snuck now while you sleep, and you see how it feels. I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at them at all. Get her. Get her. 100%. Get her. So everybody was taking turns beating her up. One-on-one. Wes had a fight with her again. Ferrari dealt with her butt. Rose even had a fight with her, but she was like not trying to fight with Rose, but they was throwing all her stuff out over they found some frowsy panties, dirty panties that she with a rag that you could tell. This is how you know she's nasty. Rose ducked up under the security guard's arm and was like boop boop, two-pieced her real quick and was beating her again. And they just felt like Queen and Dom gonna say that they jumped her. They ain't jump her. I think Rose was jumping in here and there a little bit, but she only did like 2 punches, like get off her. You know, y'all know how it is. You know, somebody trying to get the best of your homie, and you like, nah, let me go flip that, boom, or get her. You know, but she didn't jump. They didn't really jump her. They just was fighting her one-on-one. Who cares? Like, I don't really, at that point, once she did what she did to that girl while she was asleep, I lost it for her. I ain't see it for her. So I didn't care what happened to her after that. And they beat her up. Good. They beat her. Her face was all red. Her clothes was all ripped, like all over the place. She was tatted. And then, so they was like, oh, they jumped her, blah, blah, blah. So Diamond got mad because she felt like the girls jumped her and they didn't get permission, and who told them to do that. Da, da, da. Who cares? I don't care. I want to see it. So I felt like it was a double standard that Dom has with certain girls. Like you could tell she got an affinity for YSL and she liked her, but then you could tell she felt some kind of way for for Tenakey because they know each other on a personal level, and she felt some kind of way for Rose, but she don't really show Rose preferential treatment, but she definitely was showing Tenakey preferential treatment this episode, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that she was allowing her to get away with all of these things, and then turn around and say and flipped it and say that they jumped her. They didn't jump her. It was, I felt like it was a double standard, and I didn't like that. That the episode goes off with Dom, having the girls talking, calling a meeting to discuss what happened because she was pissed off that they jumped her or whatever. And that was the end of the episode. We get cut to the next episode, and you see Dom chewing them out because they jumped. Same thing. This starts off, they jumped her, and she feels some kind of way. But I ain't feel no kind of way. That girl deserved it. She shouldn't have stuck in her sleep. She get what she deserved. I don't care. Comment down below and let me know if you care. I like to see it. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys for episode 7. Be ready with your popcorn, ladies. Let's get it. Bye.